Welcome to Hideout. Here we have Biry playing on his Tantric Boar account up against Darknoob, and Biry just goes ahead and says, I have fun. Doesn't say good luck, have fun. He says, I will have fun. Alright? I don't care if you have fun. I don't know if you will, but Biry, will have fun in this game. Darknoob doesn't even bother to respond. Darknoob looking to get a win here up against Biry on Hideout. Now, if we look at this map, we have a pretty standard Hideout map, as they all are these days, which is great. We are seeing the Gurjaras up against the Poles, so this ought to be two terrific civilizations, and I think Poles are a great civ to match up against the Gurjaras. Why? Well, a few things. One, I think the Gurjaras are pretty weak against infantry, and Poles do have good infantry. They're a civ that encounters cavalry and archers, and that causes a lot of people problems because everyone always goes either cavalry or archers. Gurjars wreck those. If you can keep Gurjars from getting a castle up, they can't handle infantry. However, we are playing on Hideout, which means we're likely to see chakram throwers out because we're likely to see a castle. The infantry play may not work. Infantry siege, I feel like, still has a pretty good shot against the chakram throwers, but chakram throwers do melee damage, I believe. Therefore, even siege does struggle against them. The bunch up, they're not that strong, so they will die, but they're pretty, pretty damage dealing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to. All right. As far as the map fronts go, it's Hideout. All right. You can see the players pretty far away from each other, not one of those hideout map generations when they're right beside each other. Now, this wood line's pretty close to each other. They're very close there, but the way this wood line comes out, it means they have a long walk to each other on the left side, and on the right side, a very far walk. The relic generation, pretty fair. I would say it slightly favors our Gurjara Gray player Tantric Boar, or Biry. Whereas on the other side, I think we're gonna go ahead and speed this up. I think we're basically at live time. That's why I'm gonna speed this up to live time. Then we're gonna stick at live time. Yep, live time indeed. We are, and you can see, ooh, Darknoob doesn't do the little TC trick that everybody else does, and having struggles gathering in the boar and pushing in the deer at the same time. It looks like he's going to get this deer right in, though. Almost underneath the town center. Great stuff for Darknoob. Now you can see both players, not at all on the levels of players we watched earlier. They each have 1 second of idle TC time instead of 0. Okay, that's a joke. Really good. Really good play here. Civilizations, if you look at their bonuses, Gurjaras have extra bonus damage. Poles have cheap knights. The cheap knights aren't going to be able to overwhelm the extra bonus damage. Camels, I don't believe. Shurvanshire riders will take archers out of the picture, but are a pretty weak melee unit. Very fast, very good at raiding, but pretty weak. They're like a light cav that costs gold. Looks like a castle is already on the cards. Both players on the way to the feudal age. 18 villagers, so are we going to see a Polish tower rush? That's 17 villagers very early on the way to the castle age. Surprising to me that we're seeing that. And I don't think we're seeing a tower rush because neither player's had it up. Just, it's not a fast castle. Oh, it's a tower rush by the Gurjaras. Not what I expected, and that doesn't seem to make sense to me. However, a tower here could deny this stone, in which case Darknoob would be in trouble. And yep, it does deny the stone. Tower going to be placed in defense, but is that going to be enough? Lots of villagers coming out to party here. And immediate villagers sent to the tower. I like this play. These 4 villagers immediately heading out to bother the villagers here and start to try battering down the tower as soon as it gets up, because the Polish villagers do regenerate HP. Now, it's very slow. It's not quick. And the tower being battered down immediately. And this tower here, this tower is going down. One villager has been killed by Tantric Boar. However, this tower going down promptly. This stone is now safe. More villagers coming across, and you can't protect this because you build it up against. All you gotta do, listen, all you gotta do is delete that palisade and drop 1 vill under there, and Tantric Boar's not gonna be able to do a thing about it. Do it. Delete that palisade, that one right there. I guess he doesn't want Biry to get in. Biry's going to get in, though, very soon. So 2-0 in the KD, 1-0 in the Eco KD. Darknoob did struggle a bit. Darknoob does have the resources for another tower, just waiting on placing it until he realizes where he needs to. So all those villagers, 5 villagers, 6 villagers, did remain alive. And yes, the tower dropped here to very much secure this stone mine, which is absolutely necessary. But these 2 towers being in such close proximity to each other means it's going to be hard to batter either of those down. You can see these villagers all do have pretty high HP, though. And Fletching is in for Biry. Not yet in for Darknoob, so part of this stone mine is ranged now. Darknoob is gonna need to repair this tower, but repairs on this tower are gonna be awkward. Archer range would be nice here before long. And yes, Darknoob repairing this tower, but that means he's not going to be able to build another tower. I think he will. Yeah, he's going to just wall up behind that. Oh, he lost a villager there. That was a mistake. Big mistake there. Big mistake. And Biry being as annoying as possible. My goodness, Biry. Being very annoying here. And this is why he said, I have fun. He knew that Darknoob wasn't going to have fun. That's why Darknoob didn't say anything back. He also knew he wasn't going to have fun. And this is exactly what's needed. Another tower being added, and Fletching is in for both players. However, this tower trying to be added well in range of this tower, so it's a little awkward. And this tower has 2 towers ranging it. That's why the trouble there. Moved it back. He'll be able to get this up now as I think 2 of these villagers are out of range. That'll allow this tower to be shot down and then this one to be dealt with. With Defender's advantage, I think he'll be fine. 1 villager tower being added back here, and I think 2 villagers should be sent to deal with that. If it's noticed... Come on, Darknoob, you gotta notice this, or else you're gonna be in trouble. Biry's gonna get you. You don't notice this. All it takes is 2 villagers to run back there to stop that. But it's not happening. Woo! Jumped in just in time. The hop in, hop out dancing strategies. Yeah, this tower's going up then. 2 villagers could have stopped that pretty easily, but it goes up instead. You can see through this mess, Biry has gained a 4 villager lead. Neither player looking too much further into the game than this point right here at the moment. You can hear, oh, yeah. This villager gonna get through. I'm not sure what she's gonna be able to do. Back there, this tower does need to be repaired. And most of the stone mine is in range of the opponent towers. It's getting awkward. But these Polish villagers that heal up is pretty important here. This tower gonna go down. I don't think there's any two ways about it. And I think this one stays up. Yep. So Biry agrees and is going to try to head to the castle age. Now, I would immediately rush this down. Just now. By immediate, I mean now. Okay? You can rush it down. Just delete that palisade wall and rush it down. And this one, same thing. Just delete the house. Delete the palisade wall. Pop through. Or do that. That works as well. And, yep, this tower gonna be going down. These villagers gonna have to run. Don't know why there's not anything going on here. Just go take this tower down, but it's content to shoot it down and leave these 5 villagers idle forever and ever and a day. Barracks being added and Biry well on the way to Castle Age. This looks pretty dire for Darknoob. I'll be honest here. These 5 villagers forgotten about. Darknoob's eco is in shambles. It's a 2 villager lead for Biry. Stable being added inside of Darknoob's base, and Biry is going to be in the castle age in 30 seconds. These walls need to be finished across the map. Another tower might be added just for the fun of things. Full work finally being added. Another full work. For expanded food eco. These 5 villagers don't have anything to do. Darknoob not loving the situation. And here comes the siege. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think we like where this is headed. The siege in your base. Like already inside your base. That's never fun. Darknoob. Man, Darknoob's not going to be loving life here. Second town center being added by Biry. He's got the food eco. He's got the Gurjaras. I mean, he's not really utilizing the Gurjaras bonuses to a great extent here. Like, yeah, that food definitely helped. Here come the Shravamshas. But pikemen, yeah, see, this is all you need. Spearmen, siege defense will take care of this. And these guys aren't going to beat spearmen. Like, they're not a good unit, objectively. They're bad at everything. Except dodging arrows. They're just bad. See, yeah, look at that. They take big damage. Monastery being added, now things get too dicey. And, ooh, went with the elephants, and it's going to be scorpions. Castle being added by the Poles right in the middle. Interesting. This has got to go up. I think it will go up. I don't think the scorpion... Scorpion may be enough to stop it. We'll see here. But there's towers out. Like, if the towers focus the Scorpion, and they do, the Spearmen deal with the Shravamshas and the Siege Elephants. And the villagers. Come on. Gotta fight. Okay, he does. He does. A lot of Shravamshas involved. And those are very annoying units. But, like I said, look at them fall. They're very weak. The castle's up. Darknoob has built the castle. Gonna be probably... yeah. He's protected now. All of this is going to be a waste. You love to see it. Now the Poles starting to get into their own. And I would love to see just a bunch of Hammer Boys added. Hammer Boys will wreck the Gurjars. Now the Gurjars adding 3 town centers. So this is well played. All this pressure has led to a better eco for Biry. The score is in favor of Darknoob. I'm not sure why, because the eco is in favor of Biry. 3 town centers. The map positioning is in favor of Biry. The worker efficiency a little in favor of Darknoob. I guess the castle just makes a big difference in score. Second town center now being added for Darknoob. You're going to need a lot more than that to catch back up. Already 11 villagers behind. Relic's probably going to be gathered in back to his own base for Biry. These monks. But that castle is so clutch. So clutch. And I think you want to push relatively quickly here. Add some siege of your own and things, because this is going to be messy. Alright? It's going to be messy. Monks out, gathering in relics for Darknoob. Darknoob's got to be feeling good about this. All this pressure. He's still alive. Still holding on. And this monk hopefully goes down here. Oh, probably won't. But, yeah. Okay, wow. Quick delete. Good timing on the delete. Now this monk is for sure going down. This one, very low HP. Third town center now being added by Darknoob. 13 behind in villagers from our opponent, and castle being added. No, town center. Fourth town center for our Gurjara player. Gurjara player not yet working on a castle, really, very realistically. And I think this is the opportunity you need. Is if your opponent's not building a castle and they're Gurjaras, they can't do anything to you. And you have pikemen, just swarm the map. And just swarm it. Not what he's going for. He's going to, you know, clean up these monks and finish this up. Kills the monk. Doink. Takes the fight. Because he's got a monk of his own. And what is the relic situation? We've got one relic in here and no relics in over here. So 3 town centers versus 4, and it's just a full boom game at the moment. Both players just going full ham, and this is where the Poles actually have quite an advantage, where these full works are superpowers. All right, these full works gather so much food, and it might just be trying for the mass cavalier play up against, you know, if you get enough cavalier, you can overwhelm your opponent before they're ready, even though they have counter units, because everything's so cheap. Now this monk does get away. That was scary. Now this relic, has this relic been spotted? Oh, it will be. It will be for sure. Darknoob gonna be picking up that relic. Gonna be having 3 relics of the 5 for sure. Not gonna be getting the rest. Monk notices that, heads away. So gathers in the relics that he needs, and both players just going into a boom. Biry gonna try and stonewall this off, but you gotta have some sort of military, Biry. 1 scout's not gonna do it. You're just gonna lose some villagers. Nicely done by Biry. Sorry, Darknoob. Now this is another nice spot to wall off, and we've gotten to a really cool part of hideout where we saw the wild tower rush, the defense got rejected, and now into the boom game. And now the hammer boys are coming out, and these guys are strong. Another castle on the cards. Another castle going to be added. This is going to be a forward castle, and this Siege Workshop's not going to be up in time to deny this by no means. And Biry doesn't have the stone to stop this either. He's going to see this castle. He's got to buy stone himself. He does drop a castle here probably to try and stop this because this is only what, like 7 villagers. So yeah, castle there. It's not going to stop it. These are both going to go up, and this changes the game once again. Now, Biry is well ahead in eco, still well ahead in eco compared to Darknoob. But Darknoob is on the way to the Imperial Age. Yes, armored elephants are coming out of this castle. They're going to be a problem because this castle is going to be able to range this castle, allowing that siege to be very effective. This is definitely going to be interesting with the eco lead on the one hand, but the, you know, definitely not a weak eco on the other hand. And it's just going to be a lot of pikemen, and chakrams maybe coming out as well, but probably not. It's all underneath this castle. More stone being gathered by Biry, and I think Siege Workshop would honestly be a good play here to sit a mangonel back here. You see the Siege Workshop. You see that there's armored elephants inside of it. Well, you see there's something inside of it. You assume it's armored elephants. And you build your own Siege Workshop behind. Now, both players on the way to the Castle Age. However, Darknoob is a minute and a half almost ahead on the way to the Imperial Age. So that's a big deal. Stables, though, being added on the other side. And wow, Darknoob almost got all the way back with another with the 4th relic. Gets sniped off on the home stretch. Here come the armored elephants, but you got pikemen. You've got monks to heal the pikemen. You can't convert these guys, really. And yeah, see, siege being added here. And pikemen are going to hop out. Yep, on the backside and take out the armored elephants and hop back. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. These armored elephants aren't going to be able to do anything. I don't think this is going to change the game a whole lot. Bodkin on the way in, and I would love to see Bodkin coming in over here as well, because Bodkin does add an extra range and some more attack for the castle and the town center. Changing this game up a little bit. The pikemen are going to hop in and back out, I would assume. Woo, Bodkin not quite enough, and yep, back out on the far side, and gonna take out the armored elephants. The elephants do go down this time. No, they don't. Oh, they're still alive. Uh-oh, more pikemen definitely needed. The trebuchet is out. Trebuchet's out. Okay, the mangonel's here. The mangonel is here to save the day. It will do so. Because these are battering rams. These armored elephants are battering rams. No. Mango. Focus your mango. This is big. Okay, focus your mango. 4 seconds. Now, Imperial Age for Tantric War for Biry as well. This is concerning as Shravamshas are going to start streaming into the economy on the backside here for Darknoob. We're going to keep focusing on this for now and hope it works out. These elephants are so close to taking the castle down. I think the castle stays up. It's got to stay up. This castle goes down. I have to feel like the game's over. Castle stays up. Now trebuchets are on the way out, and this is dicey. Darknoob does have the gold for another, or the stone for another castle, adding archery ranges. But the Shravamshas in his base. Is he gonna notice? Yeah, I think he notices. He's got some pikemen hanging out. He's got to hold on to this. He's got to be able to push quickly when this goes down, and he's trying to gather the military to do so. It's a very awkward fight. This castle, both castles being repaired by quite a lot. 3 trebs to 2 at the moment. It's going to be 4 trebs. Wait, just 3. Okay. You want a 4th one. If you can get a 4th one, you really want a 4th one. Darknoob is able to get one. He's not going for it. I'm not completely sure why. The castle goes down, though. Castle goes down, and unit... Oh, bombard cannon is there. If he can hold on, but this castle goes down. Both castles down. Shravamshas and light cav. Scouts. Scouts in the back here. I'm not sure why scout cavalry added into Shravamshas. That was a big deal, and enough gold to continue this. No more castles, so you don't have to be worried about the Shravamshas. It looks like it's going to be crossbows. Yes, another castle being added. Perfect to establish this position more soundly. And I would... Ooh, that's a lot of Shravamshas. That's a lot of units back here for Darknoob. Darknoob wouldn't hurt him to have just a bunch of pikemen just sitting around in his base. Shravamshas are a very powerful unit, but now no more of them being created. Shravamshas dead. Bombard cannons are out. Pikemen are here to save the day. And the pikemen wreck Shravamshas. But Shravamshas, again, very fast unit. Very good unit. I like the unit. I like the unit design. I might be one of the only people out there. I actually like the unit design. I'm not saying it's balanced. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying I like the idea, the design, the thought process behind it. I think it would definitely be balanced if the chakram didn't exist. The chakram thrower might throw the civ off. It's my opinion on the matter. I don't know what that does. We will see what that does. I have no idea, honestly. And yeah, a lot of pikemen are out here now to start dealing with this. And, you know, you can bring these 3 traps. Like, this is going to be bad. These chakrams are here now. And, skirmishers. Like, made all these archer ranges for something. Use them. Now, I love how, having forced the Gurjara's player into chakrams, now the cavalry switch is incoming. But the cavalry switch is incoming on both sides. Well, not cavalry switch. The camels are going to come out. Oh, hand cannons. Now, hand cannons are a little awkward. But again, I still like Darknoob pushing forward. 3rd castle here going in. Bring these trebs forward. You know, bring these trebs forward. Allow them to do some work. They wreck things, all right? No reason not to have them in the fight, is there? And use these archer ranges for some military. You've got resources. Make units. Like, AI army comp is fine when you're pushing through the middle of the enemy's base and you've got a time limit. You're on a timer. You got to get it done now. And you're trying to push through immediately. Get as many units out as possible. Skirmishers would also be great against these chakrams. You know, chakrams are a pretty solid unit. Bring these trebs. I don't know why they're still sitting there. Yeah, Darknoob just having trouble getting everything going. Shalazza privileges is in, so now the Cavalier spam will begin. The upgrades, Scale Barding, Blast Furnace, all the upgrades are in, minus the 2nd armor upgrade. And nice, a castle added here to stall this push out. You can't come through here. I've got a castle. Now, this castle's going down, like, immediately. I don't understand quite what happened there. But finally the treb's being brought forward. And I think, yeah, here comes the Cavalier spam. And I think this will be just too much too soon for our Gurjara player to deal with. And I like this. Another castle being added here. It might be a little late, but I think it'll go up nonetheless. So, just defending himself with castles is Darknoob, and then getting into Biry's town. Biry, trying to snipe off these trebuchets, probably will be able to do so, but the bombard cannons are also here. You know, bombard cannon v bombard cannon, micro. Cavalier. He's waiting. Doesn't want to show it. Waiting. Yeah, the trebs did go down, but that's because his castle went down. Which I think he just didn't have enough villagers forward. Didn't bring enough villagers forward. Cavalier here. These Shirvamshas, yeah, they dodge some arrows, but then they die. Alright, and yeah. Armored Elephant gonna be pushing in this side. Bombard cannons. So Darknoob's got to deal with things on both sides, but so does Biry. Biry is, you know, dealing with units almost in his town. The siege workshop's gonna be going down. I think this castle's gonna be alright. Like, where are the Cavalier headed? That's the question. They're the Cavalier. And this is the game-changing moment. I don't think that Biry can do anything about these Cavalier rolling into his base. Fully upgraded Polish Cavalier. Now, fully upgraded Polish Cavalier are not the best Cavalier. They're fully upgraded Polish Cavalier. You know what I'm saying? Weak Cavalier. But that's enough to end the game, and the camels are coming out now, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough. I don't think it's going to be too little too late. I think this is enough pikemen to rush this. And indeed they do. And a few Cavaliers showing up. That'll take care of everything down here. This castle going to be going down as more Cavalier come rolling in. And these are not heavy camels. Heavy camels still a minute and 30 seconds away. That's a lot of them. More pikemen needed. More pikemen needed. This is so awkward because the players can counter each other so well. You know, the countering system that each player has available to him is so well. What's the ecos looking like? Both players around 150 eco. Wow. Both players with massive ecos. Now it's 30 Cavalier to 15 Camel Sofas altogether. I love the Cavaliers' odds. The Cavaliers rampaging through. Biry having trouble getting enough military out here, and this right-hand push is getting just absolutely stomped now. Villagers dying left and right, however, Cavalier dying left and right, but now the pikemen have arrived. A pikeman will wreck through the camels. The Cavalier are wandering unashamedly through the opponent's base, unafraid, just bashing through. But now heavy camels are in, and skirmishers. The skirmishers changes this up once again. So skirmisher heavy camel versus pike cavalier makes things awkward once again. But we could see arblisters from our... We could see Arb Cavalier from Darknoob, because guess what? Polish Cavalier are almost... They're so cheap. And it's still 40 Cavalier to 15 Heavy Camel. And you still, even with the Gurjara's bonus, you love the Cavalier's odds. The Cavalier's odds are terrific. And, oh, yeah. That's what you gotta do. Into the middle of the farming eco. Biry's eco's in shambles now. Now pushing this castle. Now taking the fight to... Biry in every possible direction. Biry calls the GG, gives the well played. Respect to Biry for that. GG, well played. Darknoob takes the game, and I'm sure he said GG as well. Just saying, like, the game, as soon as the game's over, we don't get the rest of the chat. So the players do say GG back and forth. Well played indeed for both players. Well played by Darknoob to show what the polls can do here. Statistics-wise, let's take a little journey through, and the KD ratio is so good for Darknoob. The building's way better, also showing how much. But this is the big thing. Finally got the military production going and got the win. Eco's a little bit in favor of Darknoob, but not that different. Society, you can see 171 villagers at one point for our Gurjara's player. That's too many. That's just too many. 147, that's probably too many as well. And you can see APMs, both players, long grindy game through that middle portion of the game. Not a lot going on. Well, I hope you enjoyed this game. A lot of fun for me to cast. I hope it was as fun for you to watch. If you did, drop a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. If not, that's all right. See you in the next one.